I'm Doug Peacock, your host, and welcome to Fast Lap Profiles, highlighting a major motorsports personality. This week, Danny Sullivan. Born in Louisville, Kentucky on March 9, 1950, Danny's family had no connection with motorsports, but his interest came while attending the Indy 500 as a teenager, and his connection came after meeting Dr. Frank Faulkner, chairman of the SCCA. Faulkner gifted Danny a scholarship to the Jim Russell Driving School in England. From there to Formula Fords, and the passion began. While racing Formula Fords, Danny found his passion, his profession, and that would power him into becoming a motorsports legend. After competing in Formula Lennox, Danny got a ride in Can-Am and won the race at Caesar's Palace in 1881, held during the Formula One weekend. His win got the attention of the F1 bosses and put Danny on the radar. After another impressive result, third in his IndyCar debut in Atlanta, Danny got a full-time seat in Formula One with the Tyrrell team for the 1983 season, making his first start in Brazil. At Tyrrell, Danny would be partnered with Michele Barretto, who was already a race winner with the team. Sullivan compared well with his more experienced teammate and was rewarded with a points finish at Monaco, and a great second place at the Race of Champions. However, his contract would not be extended by the team, and it appeared the door to Formula One was closed. As the door to Formula One shut behind him, Sullivan had a new opportunity open up at Doug Shearshin Racing in IndyCar for 1984. Danny would go on to win 3 races and finish 4th in the championship behind the legendary Mario Andretti. The Kentucky kid had found his racing home in IndyCar. For 1985, Roger Penske signed Danny Sullivan. Danny was now with one of the best teams in IndyCar. In a debut season for the captain, saw 2 wins and 3 podiums and 4th in the championship. But Danny's exploits on the way to winning the 1985 Indianapolis 500 would make him a star. The 69th running of the Indy 500 would see Danny Sullivan start 8th, but move up to 2nd behind Mario Andretti's Newman Haas Lola. The two would battle for several laps. And on lap 120, Danny made a bold move to get by Andretti in turn 1. Andretti held his ground, but Danny drove below the yellow line. Sullivan's Penske March snapped and he began to spin, but he caught it after a complete 180. Andretti also did a great job avoiding Sullivan's spinning car. Both pitted for new tires as the caution came out for the incident, and then both continued to battle again thereafter. 20 laps after the spin, Danny would pass Mario in turn 1, this time making it stick. He would then go on to win the Indianapolis 500. This amazing display of driver's skill and bravado makes the 1985 Indy 500 one of the legendary races. But more importantly for Danny Sullivan, he became known as the Spin and Win Kid. Danny Sullivan would cement his career winning the IndyCar Championship in 1988 with 4 wins, 9 pole positions, 7 podiums. Sullivan would then go on to drive 2 more seasons for the captain. Danny would switch to the Patrick team in 1991 in the Alfa Romeo-powered car, but it proved to be a total disaster. The now 42-year-old Sullivan would move to Gallus Racing, and he'd be paired with Al Unser Jr. These 2 teammates, however, would never get along. The 1992 Long Beach Grand Prix, Danny made an aggressive move on Al Unser Jr. and punted him out of the way. The move propelled Danny to victory, and Al Unser Jr. spoiled his 5th straight win there. The relationship would continue to sour, and Gallus Racing would eventually withdraw. So without a full-time ride for 1994, Danny would become a free agent, and he would explore other racing opportunities, including the 24 Hours of Le Mans, in which he finished 3rd. 1 more IndyCar season for Danny in 1995 with the new Pac West team, but it would be his swan song, as the inexperienced team led to little results, and Danny quit after 13 races and called it a career. After retiring from driving, Danny remains active in motorsports. Sullivan has been an FIA steward at several Formula One races. He attends and drives historical race cars at events such as the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and he's been a leading force behind the Red Bull Driving Academy. You can still see Danny Sullivan at many motorsports events. And now a personal tribute to one of my favorite racers, with some of the photos I've taken over his amazing career. Thank you, Danny. This is Doug Peacock for Fast Lap Profiles. Until next time.